Hi, Saen Higgins here. In this video, we're going to talk about how do I look up a tax lien certificate. What a great video. You're going to love this. In this video, I'm going to show you specifically how to find a tax lien certificate anywhere in the country for that matter, and how to do it effectively currently in this market. How do I make money on this? Okay, we're going to also talk about that in this video. By the time we're done with this video, you'll know exactly where to find, which ones to stay away from, and where to get the highest interest rate to provide you and your family with financial independence. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? So stick around with that. Now, it's a little known fact, but you now know it now. Don't tell anybody. But if you like this video, or you subscribe, or hit the bell, or do one of those things, liens will come to you in the mail, and you don't even have to send the county money. That's totally not true, but I'm just going to say that anyways. All right, so listen, hit those things, and it helps out the algorithms and all that. Let's get to brass tacks. How do we find a tax lien certificate on a piece of property, okay? It's a good question, but kind of the wrong question. You should be asking, how does a county offer tax liens up, okay? So what I don't want to do is I want to find a lien on that property. Okay, what I want to do is I want to find out which counties offer tax lien certificates. So we got to step up is you got to say which states do. About half of the states out there offer tax lien certificates. The other states offer tax deeds. Those are two different sides of the same coin. A tax lien certificate means the counties or the state has said, hey, if somebody fails to pay their property taxes off within 1 year, the counties in our state can offer that up to a public sale. On the other side of that, a tax deed state says a property owner can be delinquent for a minimum of 3 years before we offer up the deed for sale. And we'll get to those later on. Let's stick with liens right now. So the first thing you need to do is say, hey, does this state, whatever it is, offer tax lien certificates? A little over half of them offer tax liens. It goes up and down. So about 27 offer tax lien certificates. So what you want to do is say, okay, this state over here offers tax lien certificates. The next thing I need to know is, when is the tax lien sale? Because they don't just go, oh, they forgot to pay their taxes. You can buy them like one at a time. Laborious, doesn't know organizational structure there at all. They say, listen, at the end of the year, everybody that has failed to pay the property taxes off in this particular jurisdiction, we're going to have a sale at this time. Some states are very methodical about when they have it. It's the same every single time. Some have laws, like in Florida, they have to have it at a certain time. Arizona, they're usually in February, if I'm not mistaken. Colorado, they're in the summertime, and on and on and on. So what they're saying is, okay, at this particular time, we're going to offer these up. Now, here's the killer part, is they don't offer them up as bulk, they're offering them up individually. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, let's just say Waka Waka County, wherever that is going to say, we're going to have a sale in the end of May. So at the beginning of May, typically 3 to 4 weeks before the sale, the county will say, here's a list of properties that have failed to pay the property taxes. This is the law. In every state in the country, no matter how the sale is conducted, they have to have a public notification. This is crucial. They can't just go sneak up on somebody and go, okay, we got liens on this property. They literally have to say, hey, all of these properties are going up for sale. So here's the kicker. You've got to find out when that list is posted, number one, and number two, where that list is posted. Because technically speaking, if the county's a pain in the rear, what I mean by is they're like, yeah, we've just got to make it a public announcement. They could put a list in the lobby, and that's considered public space, and they fulfilled their obligation. And anytime a county is kind of a pain that way, I get excited about it. I'm like, okay, they're doing that to everybody. It's nothing personal. That means they're making it difficult to get that list for everybody. So most people will go, I'm not going to go there. So again, you're starting to eliminate your competition. So now I found out when the sale is, when the list is coming out. Now I need to figure out how to get the list. Sometimes they say, hey, we'll send you the list for some money. I mean, shocking as that may be, the county doesn't have an income source. So they're not going to say, hey, we're going to send the list out to anybody that wants it. You want the list, I'm going to have you pay for it. Sometimes they have it available online. And here's another question you might have. So how many are on this list? You know, on the low side, you've got probably 5,000 properties that have liens on it. And then you've got Cook County somewhere in the area of 45 to 60,000 liens each and every single year. Okay, so there are plenty of liens out there. Okay, I could pick randomly probably 3 counties out there, and we'd have well over literally millions. I randomly picked out 3 counties one time. It was over $500 million in uncollected property taxes. And that may sound like a lot, but I want you to think about this. If I look at a county like, let's say, Maricopa, which is Phoenix, Arizona, when they have 12,000 liens on their list in February, that's probably 0.5% of all the properties in the area. So 99.5% of properties pay their property taxes off. So the county's kind of doing a pretty good job, but they're legally obligated to offer the 0.5% up for sale. That's where you and I come into play. Okay, so now that we've got this list, now we have to start doing the research on that. So how do we whittle down that list? The first thing I want you to do is this. I want you to stick with single-family residential properties in the beginning, okay? When you get better at this, or if you already know commercial real estate, God bless, good luck, go from there. And remember, if you like that, thumbs up. That's that other thumbs up. Maybe I said that earlier, but you know, whatever. Thumbs up twice, I guess you can do that. I don't know if you get double thumbs up. Maybe we can. But anyways, I digress. Squirrel. Okay, so now I've got this list. I want to stick with single-family residential properties because we all know what a single-family property is. Okay, you want to find out what fair market value of the properties are in that area. If the average price of a house in that area is $500,000, $300,000, whatever it is, that's your baseline. Anything higher is a nice neighborhood. Anything lower is not a nice neighborhood. Pretty simple with that. I want to find out what the school districts are. I want to find liens within my budget. So now I've taken 12,000, 13,000, 8,000, 50,000 list of liens, and I've narrowed it down to a manageable amount of liens that I want to start doing research. Look, just because they're paying 18% doesn't mean I want to buy the lien. What if the property owner doesn't pay? What if the property of the underlying certificate is a piece of crap? I don't want to buy a piece of property that nobody wants. What's a piece of garbage property? Maybe it's, I don't know, 15 feet wide and 100 yards long. It's just a strip. Maybe it's an unbuildable piece of property because it's landlocked. You've got to do your research on these. That's why I say I want to stick with the single-family residential property. I want to make sure I get a house that I would want. Because remember, if they don't pay their delinquent taxes within the prescribed amount of time, whatever that might be. So let's say in this particular county it's 2 years. So I put up the money for those delinquent taxes. Nobody comes in within that 2 years. Remember, you've taken the place of the county, so you have the same power as the county. So now you can foreclose on the property, thus eliminating all liens and encumbrances, including a mortgage. Okay? So if I foreclose on a property due to delinquent property taxes, I get the property free and clear. No mortgage. Bye-bye. I own it free and clear. So literally, there is nothing safer or more profitable than tax lien certificates on the planet Earth. I don't know about other planets. I haven't been there yet. Elon is working on that, but we're in my planet. That's the best investment you got out there. So the underlying asset, the security you got, doesn't matter what happens to the stock market, bond market, foreign market. Doesn't matter who gets elected president, who doesn't get elected, who steals elections, who doesn't steal it. All of that craziness that happens that affects these markets never affect tax liens or tax deeds. It's so steady, Eddie, it's unbelievable. And remember, this has been available for over 300 years. The case law on this goes all the way back to Thomas Jefferson. I think he lost his property in between 1820 and 1835. I gotta look at the date. Somebody look at the date and write me a comment of when Thomas Jefferson lost his property, Monticello, beautiful home. If you've never been there, go check it out, to delinquent property taxes. That's right. They sold it for back taxes because the county needed the money. They don't care if he was the third president of the United States. That's how much case history there is on this. Now remember, the property has a lien on it, not the individual. Okay, so when you're buying a lien on a property, It's already in existence. So the county put the lien on it. All you're doing is taking their place. Now, there's a lot of research that you need to do in order to make big money on this. The great news is I've got a comprehensive free course that I just put together on this. This will literally walk you step by step of how to sift through the thousands of counties out there, how to pick the right one, and how to pick the best one to make money for you and your family, literally right now, right now, right now. So click on the link down below. That's higginsmethod.com, higginsmethod.com. Click the link, and I'll give you my free course right now. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck.